Good morning, world. This being when to come back another video. If you see my title, it says government assistance shut down. Government shut down. Now, why did I title that? Because see, when we talk, if you watch my other video, I was talking about the many federal employees that's going to be working without pay, or those who was told not to even come to work because of the $5 billion request from the president to build a wall. Of course, the Congress said we don't want to give you $5 billion. But let's look at this for a minute. The Federal Reserve System is our monetary, I guess our monetary system. No, I shouldn't say monetary system. I should say the Federal Reserve is over our monetary system. Okay, and of course, Federal Reserve isn't a governmental agency, but it's a central bank. And if you look at our past Federal Reserve chairmen, Janet Yellen, Ben Bernanke, Alan Greenspan, these guys have all, as well as this lady, because of course Janet Yellen was a female, but the three Federal Reserve chairmen that I'm familiar with have all implemented a process, implemented a system called, quantitative easing or quantitative tightening. Now that's pretty much manipulating the economy by either putting more money in the economy or taking money out the economy. If you can do that as the Federal Reserve System, then why can't they just print $5 billion for the wall? Because remember when they had the bailout back in 2008, and they bailed out Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and all these financial institutions that robbed hundreds of thousands of citizens of their 401k of millions of dollars that to this day they still haven't recovered. And it's personal to me because my mom was affected by that. My mom was a nurse for this organization, hospital, for many, many years. And upon retirement, the investments that the hospital made was caught up in the 2008 crap. And my mom lost, my gosh, tens of thousands of dollars in her 401k that she'll never get back. And so it's interesting that, the government can shut down over $5 billion, but we can bail out corporations and banks for way more than that by just printing money. Now let me get to the meat and potatoes. The workers are affected, yes, because they're not working. But if you look at the departments that are affected by this, that are shut down, one department is the Department of Housing and Development, HUD, and the department that actually issues food stamps, Medicaid, governmental assistance. Well, think about the millions of people that depend on food stamps, that depend on Medicaid, that depend on government assistance, housing. They're not going to get checks. And so now you have people that's dependent on food stamps not going to get them. Now, mind you, I'm not an advocate of people just being on food stamps because I think if you're able-bodied, you should be able to, work for what you earn. But I understand extreme circumstances. And if you live in a system where the government just gives people money and gives people assistance for food and housing and don't give them motivation or don't require that there's a working requirement to access assistance, then people are just going to go and just get free assistance. Now look at those people now. Because see, right now they're not going to be receiving food stamps or assistance. So what are those people going to do? I mean, you hate to have a situation that they had in Venezuela where people was marching, to the banks and supermarkets, just, trying to get something to eat. So I doubt if we're going to get like that over here, but this should be an eye-opening experience. For all those able-bodied people that are out there, reinvent yourself, okay? You don't have to have a career to be financially stable or to increase your net financial worth over time. It's called investments, okay? And it's called paying yourself first. So, right now my heart goes out to a lot of individuals right there because, like I say, the government isn't issuing food stamps, nor are they issuing government assistance. So if you're on a government assistance and you're relying on that, things are going to get tough for you. Okay, so like I said in my last video, we're so quick to protest about people kneeling to the flag or taking a knee during national anthems or all these hashtag movements that has no real significance. This is real. Okay, people that's not going to receive government assistance for food and housing, that's real. Okay, so I just want to throw those nuggets out there, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and may the Most High and Saudi bring you joy. And in the meantime, in between time, I'm Maddie, 5,000.